And I'm sure you're all reading this, but it's about the poster contest for movie night. For anybody that has any graphics questions, like what he means by 2:3 aspect ratio, that's like movie poster. It's if it's too wide, it's 3 tall.
Crickets.
Do you want it to feature a movie or you want it to? Oh wait, original artwork.
That'll work too,
Nice,
Amaranth.
Amaranth.
But what color are they? Now, so that I have this in the meeting minutes, there was talk of some prizes. I know that we have some game keys that we can still give away. I think it was I think the original idea was rather than be a competition, this will be anyone that participates and creates something will get a game. Is that what we had said? Unless we get 45 people participating. Ooh. Guess says offering $10 Steam gift cards to all qualifying entries unless we hit 5 or more.
I say yes, Bob.
Well, speaking of which, Bob, you should probably name an uninvolved separate person to be the judge, perhaps. Just a thought.
Oh, fish sticks. It's a good thing he can't hear voice.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work.
I like that idea.
And again, are we going for a particular theme, Bob, or are we going for a template that can be used from now on for all movie nights? Just so we're clear. I wouldn't want somebody to throw one together for a particular movie and then Gotcha.
Oh, so I can't just feature the Avengers.
Don't make me snap my fingers. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Hey, now, too soon.
I know it's totally unrelated to a CC meeting, but I don't know if everybody heard. It appears that Sony and Disney/Marvel have, in fact, reached an agreement, and that Tom Holland's Spider-Man will continue in Marvel for at least another 6 movies.
Yes.
Two of which will be Avengers movies.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Marvel and Disney backed off. They wanted 50% of the profit from whatever they created, and I think it's going to be 30% now. That was one reason they were able to make a deal.
That's
When you're
still a lot.
talking about billions of dollars, I mean, 30%, 50%.
Well, they stood to lose a ton of money out of the franchise if they didn't reach some sort of deal. Spider-Man's the gap between phase 1 or whatever phase just finished.
Indeed. Anyway, back on topic here. Did you have anything else we needed to add to that, Bob, or was that pretty much it? All right, Bob, this is your last question. You don't ever get to ask a question here again, ever. Make it a good one. Honestly, around CC, it's really hard to say.
Yeah. Well,
Anybody interested would jump on it, but then again, we might have people that don't hear about it right away. So, what were you saying, Sword?
my only concern with it only being 2 weeks at this time of year is school's about to start if it hasn't already. For a lot of places, school starts this week, next week, last week. So that's the only hesitation I have. And Bob, what we can do is we can just do reminder announcements about it so that it doesn't go to the back burner for people who do want to get involved but are too busy with start of school and such.
Alrighty, and I have changed the date in the meeting minute to reflect September 21st.
That's around the time I should be closing on my house.
Hey!
Again, this is a real house.
Yes.
I'm so jelly.
We should be closing on the 15th.
Nah.
I'll close in like 2 years.
But, like, how are you going to live in it if you close it up?
I mean, I already live in it.
You're buying your rental?
Ish.
Not quite. Not quite renting. I'm buying my brother's house and he's buying a new house.
Gotcha.
So, as soon as you close on the house, are you going to place out some anti-creeper mines?
Anti-creeper mines. Sure.
Oh, fish sticks.
He's just everywhere.
One moment, ladies and gentlemen, while I type in the meeting minutes an attendee named Dr. Cecil Electromagnetic.
Have fun with that one.
I wish it was the original Electro from our community, but oh well.
I dropped a picture of the place we're closing on up in the Hall of Aptitude. Should anybody want to see?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Go ahead, cause
Oh, I'm jealous.
So I was curious if some of the newer people here knew that we had game roles in the server and if they knew how to use them. Because if you're looking for people to play games with, that's a quick way to find other members here that play the same games.
oh, like explain what game roles are.
Yeah,
I think she was just generally asking.
yeah. That's I'm asking. Have you guys heard about that? You know about that?
Or
Does anybody not know what the game roles are?
Tams, do you know what they are?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Test this out on the console real quick before I spam meeting.
We have a customized bot who runs all kinds of cool features around here. And one of the cool features is he holds roles. And so, like, there's a role for Terraria, for example. It's a game. And if you are interested in Terraria or you want to be notified when there's a Terraria game night being formed or anything of that sort, you add the Terraria role to yourself. Whenever someone throws together a Terraria event, they will notify everyone. And you'll be one of the people that will get that alert because you are part of the Terraria role. There's other roles too. There's like, we have a purple role called the Nod. And the Nod gives people the special ability to post Twitch links. If you don't have the Nod and you post a Twitch link, Fishsticks will gobble that link right up and make it disappear. But anyway, that's kind of what roles are for. Oh, hey. Nice big menu there,
That's gonna go
Fishsticks.
away in like 3 seconds.
As you can see, we're pretty minimalist with the roles. We've only added 2 or 3.
Yeah, there was some worry about that being spammed early on, but we've compromised by putting the game rules on the bottom of the list. So there, I'll put a screenshot. Oh, I didn't see
Gotcha.
hers is better. Never mind mine.
Oh, I am very unhappy to see someone wanted a Maddie B role.
I know.
Delete.
Guys,
Don't
not
worry, Sky's removing the ability, or adding the ability to remove them. At least that's a council ability, so we can get rid of the ones that don't make.
So can we nominate a role for anti Maddie B?
Sure.
Welcome, Ingrid.
Hi.
Hey.
Fishsticks is currently undergoing an overhaul. Sky is working on update 1.17, I think. That
Mhm.
should
Rogers.
be and usable. That list is going to be cleaned up. Like the unofficial roles, that's going to be cleaned up, and some of the names changed to make them more sense.
Actually, to add to that, I'm not sure how comprehensive it'll be, but our wonderful Sky Ranger has been going through all of his Fishsticks code recently. One of the reasons is because a lot of the code is, I'm not sure how much people know about bots, but Discord bots basically run on things like JavaScript and that kind of thing. And he has been switching a lot of his command references to a SQL database. So as he's been looking at his code, he's been finding a whole lot of like little orphan code that doesn't do anything, or code that's more complex than it has to be. So we are going to have a few commands change when we get 17. Not a whole lot, but like there may be a couple of things that are used to dropped, or the commands may change their syntax just a little. But it'll all be in his guide when he releases 17, I'm sure.
Okay, that's all. I didn't mean to drag out the meeting too much longer. Thank you.
Alrighty. This will be the moment at which I ask, does anybody have any open meeting business they'd like to share? Any questions or concerns or thoughts? Anyone at all? Were you clearing your throat there, Ping Jung?
Oh, was I off mute? Oh, crap. Sorry.
One more time. Anybody have anything? It doesn't matter how small. Doesn't matter if it's a silly, seemingly silly question, or a thought, or a suggestion, or a bug report. It doesn't matter what. These meetings are for you guys to toss out any ideas you have. The CC would not be what it is today if people hadn't come to the meetings and said, "Hey, let's." So this is your chance. If you have anything to say, any thoughts you want to share.
So if we say something like Alt Tab close Discord, is that like a meeting thing or?
Negative.
Are there any new titles that's anyone jumping into right now? Just trying to figure out what I'm going to do once space carriers hit Elite Dangerous. It's going to be a big one. If anybody wants to jump into that, let me know, certainly.
Yeah, I know we have several people who play the game, so
These are
I see your little announcements that you're going into the black all the time.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll get some people to jump in.
Okay, well, if nobody has any open meeting business, I will, in a moment, ask for all of our council members, leaders, and so on to go into the closed section. But before I do want to ask a quick question of Unger. Covered that's still being worked on in the Sea of Galilee area. Could you make sure, is that Bethsaida or is it like a different town altogether?
It's Bethsaida. Yeah.
Okay, because my pastor's been to Israel and he was talking like Bethsaida was this place that's been established for years and stuff, and I was like, well, I'm not sure, but I think this is a portion of the town that has never been covered previously, something to that effect.
Yeah, yeah. The short answer is yes.
Okay.
There's a longer answer for later when everybody's not here, but yes, the short answer is yes.
I just think that's awesome because they've never been able to like actively refute the Bible like in a huge way, and yet everything that archaeologists uncover tends to lean towards exactly what we've been told actually happened and the people that actually were there and so on. So that's very cool. All right, at this time I will in fact ask all of our leaders and so on to go into the closed section.